X-Flower was a really excellent player. So I'm interested to see where he's at. LNZ, I haven't seen a lot outside of NIP and their systems. So I don't know, man. A lot of questions. We certainly painting this like Aurora, in some ways, are going to be their own worst enemies if they can't get through this series. And we're just about to find out if they are or not.
I had the thought when we were discussing player ages, what happens if Youngster has a really long career? At what point does he have to do the Magic Boy thing and change his nick?
Well, until he's in a major, he has some scope. Then he's locked.
If he gets locked in as a major and then has a storied career, is there going to be a 30-year-old youngster?
Who knows?
Crazy to think about. X-Floud is not thinking about any of that. He's thinking about headshots, and he's got 2 of them. That's a nice start. 4 players on B. They went heavy on the stack, and actually Rezal might find the space. Has gained contact with Jota, but the bomb's got some room to move.
I like that Jota's just giving him the space, though. Doesn't want to fight. At worst, it's going to be a 5-on-3. This is from Sangal's perspective. We can see that, given how these T-sides players are spread out, it's not going to be the case. Sangal just need to not panic. Worst case scenario is a 5-on-3 retake. They just need to stay, you know, don't give up a 1-on-1 duel. Don't let this be easy.
Talk about the panic, though. I mean, the full rotate off does give the bomb plant over in a situation where that was far from guaranteed. It's a nice find. At this point, Aurora can take this all the way to the bank. Util in for the retake. They know about the Obelisk player. They might not expect a closed temple, and Rezalt's going to punish them. Kenzie as well. If also just one man. Norvi has gotten out, though. Oh, he's under pressure. Out of bullets. Norvi somehow making this work, but he can't find the last. And just in the nick of time, LNZ will get this defused, even had the kit. So there was no issue there. A bomb plant's nice, though, for Aurora. And considering the start, getting 4 kills in a bomb plant, it's a downright miracle.
I still think even in going down there, they showed their teeth, didn't they? I mean, results 2 kills. That was game on for a second. And as mentioned, Sangal had a massive advantage. I kind of liked how they were, you know, playing off the site. And obviously, it was a bit mad with the rotates, but at least they didn't allow easy 1-on-1 duels. Okay, then. Well, bomb plant does a lot of buy, as we know. A couple weeks ago now, had the update. Pulls back the money you get in these sort of rounds. Even so managed to get a couple Galils. Util's pretty good, actually, for this T side, so certainly could fully execute on the site. They've already used a lot of nades to default. One does need to scoop bomb, though. They go in for dark control, find the kill, but that bomb is still a way out.
All right, nice hold off the FAMAS. And Samio's going to bring it through as well. May not be able to say the gun properly, but Sangal can certainly hold up. Defense looking good. Nothing doing in this round. So all that good work, all of that good effort done in the pistol. And it's not really going to matter, is it?
Huge hold from Jota. Sangal were free B stacked there. So even though Aurora get the opener, they get some space into the dark. They're ultimately dealing with a few too many players. I'm still a bit confused, Mike. I mean, that site's it's probably the easiest site to split in Counter-Strike. B site, Anubis, and with an entry, they don't get on the site. They don't get near a bomb plant. I wonder if their spacing was a bit off. Maybe some really good counter util, but I think Aurora should have got more out of that.
Nade stackage. Sammy dodges most of it, but seeing that many nades, I don't know what peeking back into it, man. That's some confidence. They're getting traded out evenly by pistols, and now Lucky's got a gun. Oh no. Oh no. All this good work now to stumble against the lightest of possible buys. Come on now. Don't fumble the bag here. Kenzie catches, that's the bomb. Oh no, fellas. You can't drop without the bomb. That's the most important part.
Sangal still got away with that a bit. Still got away with that a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if they deserved it, to be honest, but they'll take it.
It's amazing that Aurora haven't got some of these rounds a little bit closer. We're going to see that opening exchange again. Sangal never able to take good fights at the start, but at least these two men towards the end did their job.
It's actually crazy, too, because if you think about it, the one investment into that round was the nade stack. It didn't work. Sammy just peeked after it, but he avoided the nade stack. Ay. That's, We're gonna forgive them. We'll give them a mulligan on this, but that can't be a consistent thing. LNZ able to follow his teammate into the void and trade out with Result. They take this aggressive space. They do find the one kill, but exchanged up. This isn't the worst result for Aurora. That makes it worse.
Certainly does. Nice to see Sammy proactive at the start here. Didn't mention him much in the pregame, but he did mention him disrupting this Aurora play, and Sammy has to be a big part of that. Again, though, Aurora are close to hitting a bomb site, Mike, and the bomb is in a different stratosphere. There's no chance here for a bomb plant. They can't get past Jodder anyway, who's been a bastion on this B bomb site.
We're going with Sammy or Sammy here. The big M makes me feel Sammy.
I think I've said Sammy in the past, but I've never been called out.
We'll keep it to Sammy. He's Polish, so it may be none of the above.
Simey.
But we'll keep it on Sammy for now.
Who knows? This is what a bizarre game this has been so far, because it feels like Aurora's had some close rounds, but Sangal's got some money. They're 4-0 up on the CT side of a troublesome defensive map. Hasn't been perfect. I mean, they're closing the rounds perfectly. Maybe the early rounds could do some work.
What?
And
are you kidding me?
So dangerous. They're so dangerous.
They are. But they also just can't seem to actually put one of these rounds together. The bomb's going to go down. These are the limited buys. Oh, that's a little awkward. Clear from Jada. Now it all falls to Youngster, and here's where it could all come apart. Really do need this win. Youngster trying to put it together. Both players aggressing forward. I don't know if they're ready for the A main peak. Deco's looking for it. The nade's gonna strike. He's missed. He's missed. It comes down to 12 health. And Kenzie had to put together a 4K, but they do finally crack one of these rounds through.
That was very undeco. Wow.
That was a bad one. He knew exactly where the player was. Knew exactly where the swing was coming from, man. For being a series that has so much importance to these two teams and their chances of making the ESL Pro League, this one has started very wild and loose.
I wonder if that is the factor. It feels very on edge. Both teams.
Wow.
Aurora getting a lot of opening kills. A lot. I mean, on the pistols, they were exactly the same. It's a good trade back. At least this man's doing good work.
He is.
No way. He's not going through this. Surely not. Lucky. Unexpected. Oh, I think that was a bit too much, Mike. Just accept that you got it back to even. Push the envelope and it didn't work.
I guess the idea was maybe that's the one lurker. It'd be a little unusual to have the op be the one lurker, but Aurora don't always play to typical things. Yeah, serves himself up. Lackey going for an info hop. Now the numbers come back. It's like they have an agreement. Okay, we got the man advantage. Hold on, give it back to them. A gentleman's agreement to only have fair numbers in the timing of these fights. Youngster could actually punish this bomb rotation. He's knife out! He's knife out! Why? Why? What is happening,
I guess he
Alan?
expected them all to be on A, but the bomb's not planted yet. They haven't heard much noise before he went down.
What is happening right now?
These two need to save. LNZ, get out of there, brother. You're right. This has been a wild game. What's going on?
What? Someone take a pause. I don't even care which coach it is.
Us.
I need someone to take a pause. I was thinking, you know, the Canals Peak is a good read. You get the up on that angle, you could catch the bomb in rotation. They went for the safe rotate through carpets, as they should on Aurora, but there's the chance that they make a blunder there. And then he just knife out sprints. Even if he had gotten to contact the A main fight by knife out sprinting, he would have been there way ahead of his teammates.
Yeah, but that's the point, is if his teammates on A were taking fights, or there was loads of nades coming through, then it's like, okay, I'm going to go for a fast flank. But he didn't have confirmation, did he? It was, okay, they're not B. Where else could they be? I'm going to start running. Whew.
Alan, I thought my voice had mostly recovered from this past weekend. And then I watched the first 6 rounds of this game. And now I feel like I'm back on the edge. What? Just... That I'm sorry, is just a massively befuddling decision in a game with this much importance.
Sangal's the team here that can't make mistakes as well. We spoke all about it coming into this map and in the pre-game that Aurora's... The biggest possibility of Aurora losing this series is probably themselves. Making errors. Now, on the flip side, there's a slight assumption there that Sangal's going to play solid fundamental Counter-Strike. And they need to look in the mirror because they've made a few too many errors here. And they should have been punished earlier on against those pistols as well.
Absolutely. Too many of these rounds have been too close when they should be dominant. Look, they can still put together a very good half here. That's a nice start for Sammy. You can still redeem this. And certainly, I mean, it's Anubis as well. You put together 6, 7 rounds. That's a phenomenal half. We're very content if you're Sangal. The early hot start has given them a massive boon. But it's going to be up to X-Flood to hold on to it. He's got a cheeky boost up. Oh, he's going to go fighting in. He's going to go fighting in. He's going to catch him off guard. The first one, found the second as well. X-Flood seizing this round by the short Harrys. He's making it happen. All the way, and Norvi even down, just tooling up against a USP. They're so low now, 35 seconds. What can they do? They've got no real util. They've got a single flashbang to get back across this, and everybody's here. Even if it were just the pistols, this would be a tough take, and it's far from that. A disaster on redemption for Sangal off the back of the 2 saved guns. They find a round.
Timing impeccable for X-Floud there to swing in towards Dark. Pretty sure Decoye did. Pinpulled on a nade. Oh my lord. Okay. One of those maps where it's strong wording, but you could absolutely watch these first few rounds and say, I'm not sure Sangal deserves to be up 5-2 with some money in the bank. I see this other map like Anubis, but they're here. By hook or by crook, they are winning these rounds. And as good as Aurora's looked in moments, they need more out of this T side.
Yeah.
They also won a Tech-9 armor round. They've only won 1 gun round.
And I mean, even if we look at their plan in a lot of these gun rounds, it's just been like fight across the map. Default and fight, right? They haven't been winning them. Not consistently. When they do, it seems to get instantly traded back somehow. And that's just not been a sufficient game plan, especially when you consider how Anubis functions. This is a map where, you know, yeah, maybe default in the beginning, but the full 5 execute onto a site is very hard to stop on this map. If you just exec B or exec A, it is very difficult to defend. We haven't really seen any mid play here either. We haven't really seen anything creative. I don't know. This has been a very uninspired start here for Aurora.
It has. It has. Dare I say they're playing reserves? I mean, a lot of the rounds have just been default take dark, split B. We need more mid. This round at least looks like they're heading in that direction. Comes to default. Flash is good. LNZ surely a dead man. Yes, he is. Sammy, though, here for the trade. And he clears mid. Calls to his teammates. Okay. Try and get some good rotates going.
Smoke pop, pressure on, trying to force out the pillar player. That works out. Nice little bait and switch there. And this is now looking a lot more effective for Anubis gameplay. Chase down that kill. Here we go. This is the Aurora we've been waiting to see. This is some team play. But hold on, it's not done. X-Flood's found the first piece. This would be so massively improbable. But he's got another! And eventually they're going to cut him down. Still gets a lot more dangerous than it necessarily needed to be, and it's going to present an opportunity to reset Aurora off the rip on this one. But it is at least finally a compelling round, a compelling site take. Something to build on.
It needed to be as well. Sangal had a good read. They had numbers either on B or heading in that direction. Maybe they was a little bit caught in transition, calm the hit. But Aurora had to find a good few frags. Still, though, they've whittled down the money. Now Sangal have very little left in reserve. Gecko gets an opportunity. That was awfully close to hitting, but he doesn't connect. And Deco is a little bit off kilter, maybe is the way to put it at the moment.
Jota taking command here. He's been such a force here on the B site. Now he's not content with just holding onto that. He's going to take this space, and look at how uncomfortable this has made Aurora. They are spread thin, just trying to deal with the potential flank. And Jota backing away isn't going to give it to them either. So this is going to buy time. This is going to wear them down. But he has been left on an island, and he is a wounded player, and he's only got one more smoke. Youngster's backed off of this, and I think he's going to need this support. Timely smoke. Going to stall the punish here. They're not seeing anything in A. They're not seeing anything in mid, but they've also got no information, Alan. They've got no forward positioning. And that could mean that Jota's in a very bad spot.
Someone needs to take information. Really static on A. And at the best of times, this is a one-and-done position. Molly gets him. Molly gets him. Now they're out of position. Youngster's nearby, but I don't see how I can deny this bomb plant. Aurora's in good shape.
Not smoking his face. There's still more rounds to play. It might be worth pulling the plug, but Sangal with the numbers even, they're going to trust their ability to brawl. Now they're not so even. Kenzie has asserted himself on this site and on this map. They're just going to keep funneling on in. These bodies are hitting the floor, and with them, they're precious, precious guns. Now X-Cloud painted in the corner, spotted as well. Will not be able to escape. There's no money taken through. Aurora have wiped the board clean.
They've warmed up. They've warmed up. These last rounds have been a lot better. Kenzie's having some big rounds as well. He's spooled up. One of the star players is here to do some damage. And finally, they've actually managed to break the CT economy. Ever so long. Soul PT50 brought up by Jota. So, great chance here for Aurora. Keep it clean, bank some cash. They can still get 7 out of this half. And that'd be a hell of an achievement.
Lackey, taking the space. He's got it. Almost looked like he was going to overlook it. If there was anything more than a pistol on the other side, he might have. This bomb's going to go down, and... I mean, this round they look like they're positioning for the save. The problem is just that there's not really any value in it. So if they can hunt up and isolate this gun on result, that's something to take through. Seems to be the game plan. But hunting down result is easier said than done.
So spread out. They
love them a fight, man.
They really shouldn't be. They should know it's basically nothing getting saved here.
That's something.
Be an AK. I don't think they'll be able to kill him.
Why is he coming back? Why is he coming back? X-Cloud. 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 Oh, no. X-Cloud. You had all the space in the world, but he's trying to get cheeky with it. And Lackey will punish.
In fairness, he probably didn't expect them to be so spread out. Probably thought another player was coming.
Yeah, reminder, Lackey came all the way through spawn, through the A site, through A main, up into carpets. It's not exactly a predictable angle.
No, that's just playing Aurora in a nutshell, really, isn't it? Okay. It feels real late in the game for a first pause, but better late than never. No AWP on the defense this time, and that's felt like one of their better weapons for opening up rounds. Let's see. It's been quite a static CT side. Maybe reactive is the way to phrase it. Not a lot of early aggression, of course. Sammy moving around a little bit, but outside of that, it's more so play the site, see what Aurora does, and try and get off a good flank or push for information when you know what's coming.
Flashbang as if they're going for an aggressive play, but none to do. So that's just kind of a put them on notice type of moment. That'd be me. And he walks the smoke. And he walks the smoke with no flashbang behind it. Jota has done a lot of good work this map. But that one's perplexing.
Frustration, perhaps. Haven't had a good gun round for a while. And look what it's done to this defense. Look at the spread. Now that Aurora have cleared mid, bisected the map. X-Cloud's on an island. LNZ has sprinted over, but even with these reinforcements, I don't see this being a strong defense. So many T-players in the vicinity. X-Cloud, though, 2 colossal kills and stays alive. He might have saved his team.
He's done this so many rounds. He's done this so many rounds, but there's still a duel in towards mid. It's won by Youngster, and now, yeah, it's locked down. This is looking like 6-on for Sangal. Somebody owes X-Cloud dinner, lunch, some sort of meal for that one. Assuming Deco can't ruin everything. He's your player to watch. He's our player to watch. Make us watch, Deco. Well, if there's any doubt in their minds, that doubt has been erased. Here comes the peak. Here comes the fight. This should be impossible. He's got the first, but here they collapse. And indeed, Sangal makes sure that one's not able to get out of hand. Op even retrieved. That's a nice one.
That was monstrous from X-Cloud. He was about to get pinched from the A tunnel side as well as cameras. Getting split from mid. For me, he took the riskier option. He faced in towards the mid side and was exposed to both for a second, but he found 2 kills. Quite incredible. And he's had a brilliant map so far. Him and Jota, for me, have been the main reasons holding him in some of these rounds. Of course, Jota had that enormous hold on B earlier on, 3k, to recover a deficit. It's been a bit ropey, but Sangal are en route for a really great CT side of Anubis in terms of the stat line.
That was a cheeky play. Can't believe Resolt's gotten away with that. With an XM on the other side as well. What a headshot out. He's got so much space. Samey able to equalize, though. Able to shut him down. Actually take the advantage on for Sangal. And now they're in a tough spot. Kenzie's got all this room to rumble, and I don't know if they're prepared. They were not indeed. LNZ trying to come back to clear it, and he's able to do so, but that just puts it into even situations. He has no idea there's a Mac 10. Oh, how would you expect Norvi to be all the way back here? And at this point, Jota, they don't know where he is. The bomb has to come this way. Deco's coming back to try and light a path. But Norvi's going to make the move. Now they get confirmation. That's what they were waiting for. Utility to make this uncomfortable. Jota, though, has one heck of a duel against 2 players, trying to bait them into his crosshair. Doing a great job of this, but they'll play together. And it will be even as we head to the break.
No.
Oh, here we go. Into the second half. And back into the pistol. Samey. Trying to make this happen here. That goes down for the count. Aggression in towards B main, yielding some results, but mostly in favor of Sangal. They've run these kills down. This started like a similar pistol in the first half, but this time I don't think there's going to be a chance for redemption for Aurora. Norvi is left all on his lonesome with just 10 points of health, 1 Glock bullet away from oblivion.
Yeah, Sangal hitting the ground running. Doing better than us in the casting booth. And so they cleaned up shop. I do, off the back of that first half, I do somewhat think whoever cleans up their act the most is going to win this. Both teams, I imagine, over that halftime are probably having a quick discussion saying, guys, the comms are a little bit off, or, you know, we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, a bit angsty. Great pistol for Sangal. But I'm looking towards the meat and potatoes of this half of the gun rounds to come. Probably one after this. He's more poised. Either way, round lead now. T-side pistol win for Sangal. They really should be on 8-6 with some money on the bank following this one. You take that coming into a map of Anubis, at least against a team as well versus Aurora. They are in a good position.
All right. How did the psychological warfare work out to push them into the 5 USPs? All of the positioning on the map, all the posturing tells me that they're going to completely avoid this stack, heading towards the B site, get a free and clear plan. But if this game goes anything like it did in the first half, somehow, some way, Sangal are going to brain game themselves into a full A take, and chaos will ensue. Seems like it's going to be different this half, Alan.
Feels like it. It's been a moment of respite. Give your voice chance to rest too, I suspect. And yeah, if I'm Sangal here, the rifles are sacrosanct. Let's not throw them away. LNZ can do what he likes. He wants to chase. He can fire up that fucking ATM and start punching in digits.
How many do you think he can grab? This feels like one of those games where they put people in a booth with a bunch of dollar bills and a fan.
The number of games and rounds like this I've seen where they just get 1 kill.
Not even he is struck out. I don't know what that flick was. That almost feels like a panic flick mouse movement. But as it is, the MAC-10 isn't exactly a prize.
This team had A. They can't have come from that way, right? Unless there's a little cubby you can hide in. Bizarre. Oh, well. It's just the MAC-10. This is what we're here for, the rifles. And they're going to answer your questions, Mike. Is the chaos back?
I don't know that I believe, to be honest. Just based on the normal flow of Anubis, it feels like getting out with as many rounds as Sangal did of this ET side feels primo. So we got flashbang for a peek. Oh, they're too far forward. They've dodged the flash, and now the trades are there. X-Float, even if he's blind, apparently still collecting. This dude was a bit of a nightmare for them to deal with in the first, and you're seeing why Youngster flexes his muscles, and it's going to be Lackey with just a MAC-10. As the bomb will be planted. Now, this might be his one chance to do anything about it. He will find the punish. He will get the rifle. Hold on. Close player, though. Not expected. And X-Float finds his second kill to secure another round.
It's not been Youngster's best map, but those were some high-impact kills. No doubt about it. That has done bad things to Aurora. This game is quickly getting out of reach. And as you mentioned with the veto the entire time, if Sangal can go up 1 map in this series, yes, they're not favourites to win any of the remaining maps, but they'll have 2 goes on maps they like. Maps they really like, especially Mirage for the 3rd. Oh my lord. Big gap found. This would be very Aurora to get back into this map in this fashion.
Would be indeed. Flashbang over. Here comes the play. What a flick for LNZ. They're right back in, and okay. Can't blame Kenzie for taking a risk here. It's a low percentage round, and they just lost their advantage, but now it all falls to Lackey. It's not impossible. He's got armor behind this. They probably don't have a great idea of where he is on the map. You can tell from that smoke going up. Because right now, Sangal are just making absolutely sure they can't get surprised. I like LNZ just immediately expecting the walkthrough on the smoke. He knows who he's playing.
Okay, just play the buddy system. Molly on for tempo, ignore the HUD. Dark X-Cloud goes for the swing.
Wow.
Finds the kill. That is, that was a 5v3.
Yeah.
And a clean one at that. That is quite a recovery for Sangal.
Double man spray down from LNZ, bailing him out. I mean, that is a, yeah, that's a bailout. These are the rounds that are dangerous up against Aurora. These are the ways Aurora continues to punish even when things seem to be going against them. And it's a great move. Yeah, in sum total, you might say that's a bit of a disaster of a round for Sangal, but just surviving it's so important. Now they're up against the guns. They have built themselves enough cash that they can deal with this. They're up to double digits. If they survive this gun round, it feels like clean sailing. Smooth sailing to the map win.
Aurora a lot better. They can play an excellent CT side of this map. Result. Did the B fake entice him to get aggressive? That was bold. I think they've got away with it. He finds one kill and he can call to his teammates. But that's very unresult. Be so bold. Wow.
Feels like they're getting a little bit desperate, perhaps. Individuals, look, at the best of times, Aurora is trying a lot of risky individual plays, and now it feels like every single player is maybe feeling like the weight of the map is on them. So they're getting really let off the leash in some of these takes. This, though, better team play. Triple clear in towards mid. If they can get this, they could potentially get a flank push through. Timing's going to be huge here. Aurora, how bold do they want to get? Oh, Molotov in towards camera. Keeps them out of A. But actually, if this had just been a straight-up A take, this would be very successful indeed. There's no one here to defend. As it is, instead, Deco on B, holding court, and they're backing away, but the push has come through mid. Norvey gonna catch them both! Looking the wrong way, and it's a disaster on Sangal trying to pull off the fakes, actually fooled themselves.
Was there time? It was about 20 seconds. 20 seconds from there to an A plant? I'm not sure. That early moment again. I guess it was information from B, maybe a miscom. Result thinking there was a lot more going on than there was. But clearly, come the hit at the end. Deco held firm. There was a really critical molly onto B main that bought about 5 seconds. Allowed Aurora to settle into their setup. Without that, they'd probably get overwhelmed. So, hopefully that molly was inspired. And another pause out from Sangal. This will be because their wealth is gone. And money is drained. They didn't have great loss bonus either, so lose this, it would definitely be an eco. And they see the gravity of this because win this round, you're ever so close to winning the map, but lose it, and then it's game on.
This looks like it wants to be a more straightforward B take. Get the presence in mid, but look at this. They're not holding onto the A main control. They're not ready for that push. Instead, they're focusing fully in. Tick on the Molotov. That's a little bit of info for Kenzie. He's very wary that they could have gotten past him. He wasted molly from a teammate. Not ideal, and now he's cleared out under pressure. Norvey trying to bring in Deco, trying to get him activated. It's good early control for Sangal, but they got more work to do. Exchange of smokes. I'd say that favors Sangal right now, especially as they get past the first. Norvi down. This could just be a save call. It should just be a save call at this juncture. There's just too many bodies alive, but to continue to peek they will. And now Lackey seems ready to throw his own life into the fray. He's already been flanked up. Escape no longer an option, but he doesn't know it yet. And X-Flag will illustrate the point to him nicely. $21-9, Alan. That's X-Flag's numbers right now. 100 ADR, 101 ADR at that.
He's on a server with Kenzie, Result, and Deco, and he's making them look amateurish. He's been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. He's causing such big problems. Maybe we need to reevaluate this series. Said, personally, I haven't watched that much of this Sangal lineup. They seem to have just appeared out of nowhere, but I like what I'm seeing. I mean, I think you'll agree that it's not necessarily the flashiest Counter-Strike. It's not the craziest executes or CT setups. It's quite standard, but all in all, reasonably well executed. Certainly now we're in the second half. It looks cleaner. And especially when you've got some individuals like X-Flag playing like this. That's a winning combination. I don't think Aurora can win this map. I think it's too far gone.
Doesn't feel that way.
I just haven't seen anything super compelling. They've had a few rounds where they've been decisive, but I wouldn't believe this was Aurora. So I knew it.
Oh my goodness. Now the Bulldozer in towards B. They found the weak point. They're going to try and pressure it again. Lackey's here. He's got no one close enough to help him out. And as he goes down, this should just be done. This has to be a save from Result and Deco. It has to be. A team unwilling to just give up on a round, but they have to now. There is no other choice. There is no world where they can see a path back in. The bomb is planted. It'll be ticking away. It'll be map point on for Sangal. To your point, Alan, even in the rounds that Aurora are winning, it feels like it comes more down to Sangal maybe getting in their own heads, maybe making some mistakes. The consistent picture has not been here. This is an Aurora gaming team that does not feel prepared for Anubis at all.
Just bizarre with this team because end of last year, for my money, this was their best map. And I do think it should be. T-side Anubis, what's it about? It's about, you know, splitting sites with your riflers going in first, ripping heads, tearing open bomb sites, taking jewels if you like. Aggressive plays. They're a team that has a litany of strong rifles. Deco can rifle as well. And then on the CT side, this map is all about taking calculated but proactive, aggressive moves on the CT side. That is Aurora. They normally are so dynamic and aggressive, normally too much so, but on a map like Anubis, that's kind of how you want to play. I just haven't seen it. It's been reserved. It's been too reserved. They're playing not to lose at the moment. And they will lose doing that.
Well, now they're getting wild. Now they're getting weird. Now they're getting real spicy. Triple push in towards canals. The first one's been found. The bomb's in a lot of trouble. Oh, and X-Felt's making a ton of noise about this one. Lackey's going to come back. He doesn't realize. They don't know. They don't realize. Knife out. Samey's been caught. And now they know. There's a wolf loose, but X-Floud, call him the shepherd because he's keeping the flock safe. Clearing out the backlines. Jota making it happen as well here down mid. It's been these two, the engine of the success, but Jota, that engine at least will break down. LNZ on a solo mission here. Results just missed the timing. He has no clue of players at pillar. Oh, there's the spot. Now he knows, but not in time. The bomb will make its way in. It's a 2-on-2, a retake for this map. And Norvi's decided to reroute around in towards Heaven. Deco here in A main. This could be the moment. And LNZ succeeds. So now, Norvi, you've got no one to play off of. It's all on you. Around the first corner he goes, and the next bullet will land. X-Floud has put this map in his back pocket, and he's carrying it all the way to a dub.
That was beautiful. LNZ again. Another good map for him. He looked brilliant. That last round, that should have been Aurora's round. Man advantage, had position.
You better indeed. And talking about our player to watch, Deco, checking in on that, he had a tough map, 9 and 13. We talk about him as being a mercurial player, a little up and down. He was down, down, down. And that's not something that they can sustain here for Aurora. So that's one of the things to keep an eye on. Just see how Deco's performing early on. See if he can sort of shake off some of the wobbles from Anubis. And let's see what we've got. Because this is the chance. Sangal could be into the consolidation final here. They could be one step away from the ESL Pro League if they can just put together Nuke.
Sangal do need to win pistol rounds in this series. I think they need to win a lot of clutches too. They did win both and convert both on Anubis. So, see if they can continue that trend. What have we got? LNZ is out. He's actually got 2 teammates. Lock is in heaven by the look of it. 2 others potentially getting aggressive through ramp. They looked very... Look at the minimap. They're perfectly positioned for an outer ramp split. Perfectly positioned. Really good call, but you got to hit some shots. Not many of those yet.
So the bomb. Anzi realizes he can't keep taking that duel. He needs to play his life a little bit. Youngster trying to come into support. It's the 2 players without armor. The dualies might cause issues with that fact. Actually, the reposition from LNZ getting in towards a mini. He's kind of slipped this a little bit. They might not expect him. There's the fight. There's the dual trade knot on. They couldn't find the shots. And it will be Aurora to claim the pistol.
Huge recovery. As I said, Sangal could not have been better positioned. A ramp bait setup and free outer against it. Obviously, on pistol round, they're not going to have full cross smokes for outer, are they? They're going to have to take some risks and try to cross against USPs at long range. That's a shame. Sangal will be disappointed not to find more. Now they're on a 4 spy. Is this about to be a hot rush? No, it's Squeaky. Very aggressive. No quarter given. Ah, that's the bomb. Youngster's got the bomb and an AK. Can't convert. But he disrupted this round and then some.
Oh, I like the confidence. I like the confidence. Ah, Jota could have done something here. Might still do. X-Cloud. He's so dangerous. He's got the last. X-Cloud explodes. And Sangal have done it. Samey provided the distraction to get his teammates up the vents. And X-Cloud took it all the way.
What was it that you said in the pre-game? Maybe it's an assumption that X-Cloud can play to that level again? I think he heard you. I think he heard you. He is here in this series to play. Do not forget, we're painting this like Aurora. They're a top 30 team. They have been for the last, whatever, 8, 9, 10 months. They should be in Pro League. Well, Sangal, they want it no less. And they're playing like that at the moment. X-Cloud is a man possessed with Pro League in his eyes. What a story as well. I mean, at the start of the season, this Sangal team was a wreck. It was a rebuild. A lot of big names have faltered and fallen in this playoffs, and Sangal are not one of them. Can't lose rounds like these, though. Need to recover.
Hold on, LNZ goes down just for the 1. Now they're without the numbers. Uh-oh, fully overwhelmed. Here's the Aurora effect. This might just be a bailout round, but they're going to try it. They're going to give it a look. Youngster does get the kill. X-Cloud another, but look at the health. Look at the health remaining. X-Cloud's a whisper away from death, and death will find him. Youngster in the clutch. Takes the first. Down to the 1.
He could stick it. He doesn't know
it. He's got the kit. Oh, my goodness. Here's the flashbang around. Didn't realize he was on it. Ah, nade pop. That's going to pull Youngster. But he's got the shot. He's got time. He's got time. He did that just in the nick of... But it has been Youngster clutching up when it looked like all was lost.
That was an impossible 1-on-2. How did he win that? Low HP. They had a pretty good idea where he was. Finds the first kill. Kenzie has a nade to burst the smoke. Why was Kenzie so far away?
Right.
He was all the way up in secret when it went to 2v1. I don't know if he was repositioning, but I'm a little bit stunned that they were so far away from each other. that round was Aurora. I mean, the firepower, the opening kill with the AK from Norvi, and then getting aggressive on the Tech 9s, looking like they're in a winning position, and then dropping the ball at the end. They are their own worst enemy.
Feels like it's so often the case. It's that live by the sword, die by the sword. Crazy individual moments sometimes light the way, but we've seen it repeatedly on Anubis. Keeping it going, closing, recognizing when you have the man advantage and how to play off of it. That's what seems to elude Aurora. Now, I mean, despite all that good work, it's down to pistols again. Got a couple HEs. This could be a cheeky stack. More likely, it's just a door pop. And yeah, there one goes for the door. So it's down to just one nade in the hands of Lackey. No clear picture for what they actually want to do in this round. Lackey's gonna smoke pop, and that's not gonna work. He's also alone in smoke popping. They found A, they found the space, but planting this bomb's a different task entirely. Hold on, Exfo to kill on. You really don't want to concede a bomb plan here when there's this much control, but the problem is that Youngsters may be sacrificing himself to keep them from doing so. Now the numbers start to stack up, and 3 alive. It's got to be clean enough. These are the rounds that it just feels a little all over the place from Aurora, Allen. Am I wrong for saying that?
Certainly seems to be the case. I mean, the thing about this series is, so far, I understand on map 1 they did lose both pistols, and a lot of people will say, you know, those are a bit random, but Aurora's had their chances. This game, obviously, they won second round, couldn't then convert against a much weaker buy. Again, even going all the way back to the first half on Anubis, they had a lot of rounds where they could have converted. I don't know. I mean, Aurora's not a team I usually feel like lacks for killer instinct, but that's been this series.
Lots of noise being made outside. X-Cloud, though, gets rumbled. Trying to make a cheeky play by the red box, and, well, they're ready for that one. X-Cloud dealt with. Explosion in towards ramp. Here we go. Now they're linking up. They got that kill outside. They get the kill in ramp. They've got the space to take towards lower. This is looking very good indeed for Aurora, and bit by bit, every fight and duel is working in their favor. This one has to be a plug pull. Parachute drawn for Sangal. Get the heck out of here with these 2 guns if you can.
Play the long game. A buy isn't tragic if they can save both of these.
That's a big if.
Yeah, it is a big if, especially with Norvi hanging around, isn't it? Safe is safe, but okay.
Ooh.
A little bit safer now, isn't it? Like defense or offense.
I'd imagine you don't see too much of a hunt from Aurora. It is Aurora, so you can never confidently say that, but their own guns are valuable. Can't really take too many risks here.
You did ask at the start of the series the question of, you know, Aurora are prone to mistakes. Sometimes they get ahead of themselves. Sometimes they play overconfident. I'd hope their bluff has been called, and now they know what they're up against. That they need to play clean, disciplined Counter-Strike to win this now. How does Kenzie die to the bomb?
I could not tell you. There was no pressure on it. But it is going to make that this is a little bit more vulnerable. You'll probably get an eco around these 2 guns on the other side. Maybe a little bit of investment. Could put a scout. Oh, no, they're going all the way in. They're going all the way in. They've seen enough. They're tempted. And actually, that winds up being a much better buy than I expected, to be quite frank. This is why I don't do accounting. So, it's far from impenetrable over on the Aurora side. If they can chain together 2, this turns into a likely very good T-side half. Or if they get stopped here now. Trouble on. Spam ineffective. Carpet of smokes to get them down below. Little bit of tickle damage, but it's Kenzie who finds the first kill. Xflow did not realize what gap was left. And that's going to be punishing. Xflow having a much tougher time here outside. Sammy, though, equalizes. Keeps them from keeping that lurk alive. LNZ into the angle. LNZ! Look at the damage that he's done. Would have loved to get this second, but considering it was the MP9, they're going to be pretty happy about this. And Shota's already taken space down here towards lower. Got Sammy to play off of. If they can set up this crossfire, it's going to be very tough to break. But Sammy's misreading it. He's going towards heaven instead.
Problem is the youngster's playing sight on A, so he can't go back into heaven and check. That's why Sami's pulled.
They've just heard the glass break, door open. There's confirmation. Been revealed here. Jota's in a tough spot, but they're not punishing him just yet. Result, that's what they were waiting for. And with that kill, that's going to funnel them back. Perfectly played by Result. Did just what he needed to do to open things back up, and it's going to take a hero play from Sami. This isn't done. Far from it. I think Result just spotted. Yeah, he did. But he can't get away. He can't get away. The peek in. They're just fighting. They're brawling. And now Jota just misses this kill from heaven, but where's the bomb planted? Ah, it's front cooling. This should be very difficult indeed. He's not got the kit either. There's a kit down on site. That's important. He's seen it as well. Confirmation on, but he needs these kills. Kit retrieved. The bait out on the first. He's got the one. Just gonna stick it on this. Just gonna stick it. Does Deco call his bluff? Does Deco call his bluff? Does he do it in time? Yes! Just barely. Fraction of a second, but it is Aurora. Back on even footing.
That was ever so close. 0.2 of a second, perhaps? In that defuse. This moment as well from LNZ. I thought he was going to get 2. Wow. It's so laboured from Aurora. This round they got a clean entry. They got a clean entry. They get lower. They spot the one player lower and have him pinned. But they survive. T-side sometimes is about that. It's much more resistant to economy. Hits is the T-side, so stabilizing a little bit. Needs to keep this round clean. Looks to be heading in that direction. 5 alive. Finally, some money. Potentially a chance, if you're an Aurora fan, to breathe a little bit for the first time in this series.
Wouldn't breathe too heavy, though. Wouldn't exhale too much. Yeah, there's limitations to this buy, but the op's out for Sami. We haven't seen a lot of this. He's glass cannon. So keep an eye on that. Seems like he's going to post up in towards the ramp. Second player with him as well, so they're anticipating a fast ramp play, potentially. And Result, oh, he might give it to him. It is just Sami now.
I'm a little surprised. It feels like Outer has been the place they've been ceding control a lot of this first half. That's not where they're playing. Oh, they're also playing way away from A. Oh, this is a disaster. That's the only A defender gone. Joda rushes in trying to help. That is all macro, Mike. They were completely out of position.
Wow. Abusing the peripheries, abusing outside, abusing ramp now. The change of pitch, the fast play inner. That's beautifully called from Aurora and xFloud. What business do you have even trying to threaten this? This is not a believable one. He's got himself the AK and he's going to try and slip away. Sami trying to hold on to the AWP. At some point, Aurora might actually start hunting this up. And there it is. There it is. Deca's found the one gun. It falls just to the op. I think that's going to be able to survive at the very least. But Sangal have been punished. This is a body blow now. The wind knocked out of them. And even if this op survives, you're not really going to be able to put much around it. That's a big if. Here comes Deco. No guns. Nothing. Deco, the Grim Reaper here, and he might just get his hands on the op. He doesn't even want it. Teabag more valuable.
Sangal need a pause. They played too many rounds without information, haven't they? That round obviously was the most glaring. They're playing double ramp. They see outer smokes as a player in the vents. They end up with only 1A come the hits. That should never happen. Quite incredible. Aurora, though, they are looking a bit more decisive than they were on the first map. Result, as well as kind of the inner lurker, is doing a lot of good work.
Oh, Jota, the second! Can't quite get it. That would have been unreal. But youngsters found the space, and they may not realize it. This is so cheeky. How does he play this off? There's still a player by the shutters. He's got the rifle, though. Is Norvey ready for this? No is the resounding answer. This is such a problem, but Result, call him the solution.
Really surprised there hasn't been a pause. I wonder what Sangal have been discussing. I think they have to play somebody either in secret or in front of these outer cross smokes. Either that or at least use HE grenades to burst them. Because they're just playing without info every round at the moment. Let's have a look. It's a fairly default opening for now. And it is. They're actually running the same setup as last round, but clearly this is a different opening. LNZ peeks behind the squeaky molly. 2 for him. Huge opening.
Becca's trying to bait this, but there's another player, and eventually Sammy will find him. Couldn't quite get the punish. Nade pop. That's beautiful. And this is a shot down. Expecting that interplay, ready for it on the squeaky pop, and that's a full shutdown round coming through from Sangal. There's still 2 rounds to this half. If Sangal can bring this to 6-all, I mean, once again for Aurora, questions will be asked.
Goes all too well there at the start. Loving it. Huge stuff from LNZ. Okay. Well, Aurora have a bit of money in the bank. They're already off to a good T side here, so they shouldn't be panicking much. Sangal, though. Playing very similar setups here. They really like having the AWP ramp. I don't know if that's a read or some sort of prep, but yeah, Sammy was really proactive on the CT side of Anubis, and I'm a little bit shocked like, playing him ramp 3 gun rounds in a row.
That's a nice find. Excellent getting some impact outside. They've done a great job of neutralizing him. But this time he'll get the advantage. Still, they're going to be down secret. Look at this adjustment from Sammy. He has gained all this space. He's ready for them to come down. Flashbang misses. Shoutouts to the shutter. And even if it hadn't, I mean, at this point, oh, he's wondering why it's taking so long. He's so ready for that. Adjustment on. Ticking the molly even just to get confirmation there's another player there. As if the boost didn't tell him all he needed. Deco out in the open. Bomb on down. Rezelt's going to see if he can recover this all on his lonesome. Here's the player. Molotov in. Pressure being applied. But eyes on Jota making his way through ramp right now. A player up top as well. Even if you come out, there's too many targets to choose from. Deco now alone. And just going to try and save out by the red box.
It's a good buy if he saves, actually. Youngster's got a HE grenade. I doubt he knows. Oh, okay.
Got close.
Okay. Right. Okay, just about squeaking out a buy. Won't be perfect util, but they have got 4 smokes, and you need probably 3 or 4. Tease out of a map like Nuke. So let's see. Bit of a recovery mission as this half become for Sangal. Creep themselves up to 6. What have they got? Here we go. Here's that outer aggression. Finally changing the pace. X-File's aggressive. Samey's in towards garage. Flashbang's good, but doesn't swing off it. Surely Aurora could know he's here.
They had a disconnect. They had a disconnect. Jota's out of this round.
There's no damage. Yeah, it looks like a stop call. It should be fine.
Oh,
they actually really got away with that. They really got away with that because if it was just, you know, an AWP tag through the box would have ensured it couldn't be restarted.
That's actually crazy. X-Flood came so close to disaster there. Stop call on. The DC will not be a problem for this final round. Aurora maybe going to be disappointed about this. Felt like they were in a good position. But it is what it is. We will go again here.
That's amazing. Okay, let's take a bit of a breath. It's always fun after these restarts if teams run the same openings.
Yeah,
I don't think you can as CT.
That round really did feel like it was going to hinge on whether X-Flood got a kill or not. And now I'm so curious to see what he does outside.
It could be really fun if they throw the same util and he's just not there and they're doing like a lobby crunch at the same time.
Would be interesting indeed. Seems like we're all good.
Yeah, just need a bit of a match medic here, don't we?
So indeed, should be getting back to it. Yeah, they're buying up. I think it's already been medic. I think we
done?
are all good. Yeah, admins are quick.
Yeah.
We got good admins here in the ESL Challenger League. Shoutouts to the team. Let's see who's on this one. Gabriel. Shoutouts to Gabriel. Making sure this works quick.
Legend. Hero of our time. Right, let's get this underway. Oh, we still yet to buy. I believe, strictly speaking, you actually have to buy exactly the same.
I think that's the idea. I doubt they would change up the buy specifically.
Yeah. Well, it's
maybe
more...
Norvi has run to the bathroom here.
Yeah, could have. I mean, you probably expected it to be a slightly longer pause than it was.
He's like, they medicked how quickly? They did what now?
He just come back, he's like, we're live?
Shoutouts to the admin one more time.
I thought it was halftime. It was over. Right. Let's focus up. Sangal can still 2-0 this series.
100%. If this gets 6-all, I honestly favor them. Even though logic would dictate the other way. It just feels like Aurora have more to prove, which was not the way I expected to feel coming in. Oh, he's getting more aggressive. He's getting more aggressive. They're pushing straight into it. He knew there was presence outside last time, and this time he decides to call it. They expect a second player here. LNC wants to back away. LNC's gotten away. Oh, the tick! The tick on Glaive! And now he knows he needs to escape, but somehow he'll survive. That Molly tick nearly sold out his life. Instead, now Sangal get a chance to breathe, at least get a little mini reset in this one, but it's still so much pressure outside. And we'll see what Jada can do here behind the air conditioner if they do, in fact, decide to challenge. Look at this. Everybody's looking this way. They're so ready for a brawl. And while a second smoke will come in. Is there an HE to pop this?
Yeah, Sammy has one, but he's holding ramp.
They've gotten down. They're down. The bomb's crossed. LNC has dropped down to adjust, to address it. But the space has been ceded.
Remember last time they pivot, and it actually ended A, this sort of round last time. So they don't like overcommitting. They're going to leave results and see what happens. No way!
He got both!
For real?
What? What was that, Flick? There's no world where he expected to actually get that kill.
I'm speechless.
That's a spray trainer at work. Let's see what youngster can do here. Can he shut down this whole take? No, because he's looking the wrong way. But it is still a man advantage. That's what LNC has given them, and that's gone. Result has taken that back away. LNC, that tremendous miracle spray. Now he's got it all to do. His teammates have just melted like dew in front of the morning sun. Evaporated off this site. LNC, this should be an impossible crossfire. He's got the read, but he's not got the shot. Only one miracle per round, and Aurora have brought this one through an advantage as we head to the break. It's a lead for Aurora, but golly, only just. That last round looked a little touch and go at times, Alan. And now they need to fight to close this to bring us all the way to Mirage.
They are in a good position, nonetheless, though. This is a map where they lost the economic duel at the start of the first half. They were in a really dire position. They had to do that on the gun rounds, something they couldn't achieve on Anubis. So they are revitalized. Results played a great map. A little bit absent. Maybe position playing a role in that on Anubis, but here he's been superlative. He's been brilliant. Anything that scares me is, well, Aurora haven't dropped anyone lower. Now, granted, the bomb isn't here, but they don't know that. And when they hear all the noise down lower, there's a world where they heavily overreact here. They don't know what's going on.
It's going to be the play up the vent, though. That's what this is. Sangal's anticipating to rotate, and there hasn't been any still. The kills have to come through. Do they know the top hut? They've dealt with it. They've dealt with it. That was the big thorn potentially in their paw. And as it is, Youngster, he's got the tweezers out, and he's picking apart threats. Bombs down. It's ticking away. There's no kit for this. It's going to be one flashbang over the lip and a little bit of a desperate fight. Jota down. But a lot more work to do, and Samey is making sure it's not going to be a problem. Norvy's getting flanked up. Drop down. They should be bang on a round right now. X-Flood into the angle. Samey's made sure that it's clear, and now time is even just an issue. Norvy has to stick. He knows he has to stick, and in pulling off, he's already conceded this. One tap, all that's needed from X-Floud, and it is the pistol for Sangal.
Huge stuff. I love their pistols. They are really fun. Cross two players secret, of course. They don't know that nobody from Aurora is going to be in secret, so the plan is always to I guess the plan is always to end A, but hopefully you pressure through secret first and show some presence. But yeah, even so, Aurora didn't really rotate, so they had to do it the hard way and go for a lot of players. So some critical kills. Youngster again, looking his worth. This is game on, isn't it? Feels like it.
Where's the potential thorn here? Outside seems like the problem. That's the landmine to not step on, but nobody's going that way. An A take here, and well, nobody in the A site means that this is a nice dry run for Sangal. Good prac, but not likely to be a whole lot more than that. This bomb's going to go down. There's nothing to save for Aurora. They can play for exits or damage. They don't seem to have much of an appetite for either.
There's no point saving.
Not really.
Might as well go for exits.
Yeah, this is just the punish one guy who comes hunting us strategy, I guess. Here's the two guys who have come hunting them. One found.
Deco's behind.
I was gonna say, surely at some point he punishes. He's looking for a rifle and he's not getting it. Two flashbangs are actually valuable. I'll say that. The Mag 10 less so.
He could glass with some flashbangs. Let's see.
No.
So over the Mac 10, so Norby gets a full kit, a belt of util and a kit. Right.
I feel like Lackey's usually the guy who gets stuck on the Mag 10.
Yeah, I guess
on
it's
this
positional
map?
dependent here. Put it on probably the top hut player.
Yeah. Top hut or ramp feels like about the only viable places to actually defend on this map with a Mackie.
I'm not sure you want it ramp. I think ramp you want an M4. Have we got another stop call? Feels like it.
Yeah, seems like it. We've had a drop. Jota again. Presumably this is just internet wobbles. Coming on
keep
through.
A calm head. It's really easy for these to just go a bit frustrating. And they have got damn lucky, Mike. There is a big dice roll. These, these disconnects, and twice now it's been before damage is done.
This is true. This is true. The flip side of it is if he's having internet issues or some sort of instability, that's obviously not great for a player who dominated on Anubis, who had really good numbers on Anubis, has not been able to have nearly the impact on Nuke, and that is possible it's affecting them over on the Sangal side, so unfortunate for him. Seems like we're getting the type out here. So hopefully this one will be resolved just as quickly. Look, we bigged you up, Gabriel. Deliver for us once more, and boom, he's done it. What a king. Look at that. Look at that. What an absolute king.
Very short disconnects. Just losing it for a couple of seconds, isn't he?
Yep.
He's right back at it.
Could just be game crash, although the biggest game crash issues were theoretically resolved in this latest big update before Dallas. That was the driver issues that were causing, like the game crash, for example.
Yeah, not sure.
So,
Not sure we're not privy to this, so we just hope it doesn't happen too many times, because we are right in the thick of it right now. The winner of this game is definitely favoured to make Pro League. I watched Sinners yesterday, and not to disparage them, but they're a lineup with one definitely new player and maybe a stand-in. We're not kind of sure what's going on there, but needless to say, it's not a well-practiced 5-man lineup like these two are. If Sangal played like this, I'm quite confident they'd win that series cleanly too. Okay. What have you got for a Sangal? Give us some heat.
nade pop, nothing seen behind it, but there are players just on the other side. They've just avoided giving up the info, so this spacing is going to be nice. Kenzie's down lower, though, so there is some defense. And he ripped that smoke very early on, so what did he see? Now that it's faded, this is going to be a tough fight. This is going to be very on to Kenzie. If he can stay alive, that's huge. That is a big if. And X-Cloud's going to show exactly why. What a haircut dealt out. Now pressure on. Lackey's trying to come in to fill the void, but he's got no utility to stall this out. Meantime, up top, Jota is still causing problems. There's the spot. There's the kill. Lackey thought he'd found something beautiful. Instead, it was a poison chalice, and he took a big old gulp.
X-Cloud's not slowing down. And to win this 2-0, they probably do need some big individual moments. I'll be the first of them. And remember, guys, it's not like Aurora's booming with cash.
That goes on this line.
They need these guns. This is such a close game now that even saving guns, doing economic damage, it all adds up.
It all adds up. Finds the first. Read on the second. No one should be close enough to do anything about this, but at least Echo's got something going into the next. They force around this?
Aurora are ever dangerous on these rounds. You've got to give them credit for that. Even as inconsistent as they are as a team, and they are always dangerous on half buys.
I kind of feel like, okay, they're going to be conservative. I almost felt like they were going to chase that all the way in, but they've got the Deagles out. Just the one, a 5.7, an MP9. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Never say never.
I think I'd like to see the AK action on someone else. I'd like to see unresolved. Mackenzie, I think. But let's see if they can get engaged. Did LNZ get
I don't know.
the spot?
He's still quite young. We don't have to rush him on that. Don't even know if he's seeing anybody.
Okay.
Control taken outside. Kenzie's in kind of an interesting spot here. It's very risky, for sure, but it's a little unexpected, which is the operative idea here. Still, LNZ has gotten on top. And the high ground often wins these exchanges. Bringing some friends along with him. Kenzie's come back to respawn. Youngster ready for that particular maneuver. They've taken lobby, but Jota's still here. So if this is an A take indeed, it's going to be tough to hang on. You're being pinched between a rock and a hard place. There's that rock. On comes the hard place. And Deco will not be able to hold on.
They're getting better every round. I am very impressed by the discipline and the lack of holes. Aurora can play some of the best teams in the world and win these sort of rounds. And they didn't even get a look in here. Perhaps Norvi can scoop up one AK. That would be best case scenario from here, wouldn't it? Here's LNZ. No. 5 alive. Money in the bank. 4 rounds. 4 rounds from a matchup versus Sinners tomorrow to go for Pro League.
Nice kill from Kenzie. But it's traded out immediately, and look at the damage that's been done to Kenzie as well. This was sort of the idea. Get aggressive outside, and we'll get some something. It's far from a conclusive lead.
So Norvi can call. There's not much going on. I'm surprised they're still playing 2 outer. Ramp is ever so exposed. Kenzie starts falling.
Whoa, just at the wrong time, too.
They have no
just
info
at the wrong moment
right now. They're just guessing.
Kenzie's so far back because he's worried that they've given up ramp. That's why results dropped as well. They think they might be in towards lower. It's just based on the space that they left vacant. Instead, it's going to be that outside wrap again. Kenzie
Nobody can help
spot.
Kenzie. Nobody can help him. There's nobody in heaven. Results dropped from ramp onto lower.
I guess the question is, can this be anything more than a one and done? Does he even get that one? LNZ says no. Talk about one and done. How about none? Painful now. They push in towards hot. That'll give them something to defend from. There's no pressure as Jota's chosen the secret side instead, and he can't get it done. Gives them something to defend with Norvi with another. 2-on-2. Bomb now dropped, and they know where this next is coming from, but Lackey is going to assert himself. Nate to pressure Sammy. He's got the bomb down, and he's not got anything more. Beautiful sequence from Lackey. The saving grace for Aurora. And they will find their 8th.
Yeah, I'm trying to piece that all together in my mind. Sangal didn't expect 2 in hut. That's obvious. But I still think they got it flustered. I think it was Jota that was squeaky, and then his teammates come out heaven. They see the player in hut, and he just starts sprinting for the trade. He doesn't consider that there could be more players around. Okay. So, a little bit of a stumble from Sangal, but they have so much money that they can certainly buy up again. Aurora's running out of their 9 lives, man. That was another one. I mean, when Kenzie goes down, they've lost heaven. They've had no map control. You're defending A from a left eye angle inside hut. Timings are slightly different. The hut player doesn't get anything because the heaven player just trades him. Or kills him first. I don't know how many more times they can keep themselves alive in this series. They need some cleaner gun rounds.
Deco can collect on the first, but he's under so much pressure here. Here comes the heat. Flashbang from a teammate to try and get them on the line, and that's a little awkward. Lackey's done so much damage here now. But X found elsewhere. He has been the difference maker. He continues to pose problems.
Result had no option here. He had to push. Both his teammates were lower. He's saying, I'm going to get pinched on A.
Oh, but look at how cheeky this is now.
Ceded so much control.
I don't know that they're going to expect him to be this deep. They can just avoid him and go towards the site. But they may never expect Rezal to be here. Oh, Youngster's actually clearing it out. Doesn't go deep enough. Now the clear back in. Yeah, they're not prepared. Trigger discipline. Okay, they slipped the gap, but this now shuts it down. X-Cloud found in the meantime. Youngster's just saying, give me the ball money. Give me the dang ball money. Let me play off of this. And that's good awareness to at least secure that cash, but result, a master stroke. Checkmate on the board to keep them from doing anything else in this round.
He's hauling them into this game, as he has done throughout. It's just so stable. Such a boon for this team. Okay, well, the job isn't done yet. Sangal still have money. Sangal still have money. Didn't expect Deco to be here. I felt like this peak from Lackey was too much. I think he should have sat back with the man advantage. Goes 1 for 1, but yeah, that was a little bit overzealous for my book. Doesn't get punished though. Pours out again. Hopefully not another drop, so all the players are here. This is an awfully close game at the moment. At least Aurora have a little bit of bank. Save 2 guns and they're buying no matter what.
I just want to get this underway. I don't want to be waiting here. Feels like so much hangs in the balance in this moment. Let's get this ripped. Hopefully it's not a big issue that we're waiting on. Maybe just waiting for some internet to stabilize again. Don't want it to happen during the round. Certainly. The buy from Youngster indicates this might be coming to a head. We might be getting back into it. What do you think, Alan? This round decide the map?
Not necessarily. I mean, as I said, if Aurora can save guns, they're okay. It certainly feels like a round where I need to see Sangal opening up well. They've been playing from a deficit quite a few in a row. I'd like to see them get into at least an even scenario or a 5-on-5 at 45 seconds left and be looking at a site. They haven't, truth be told, they haven't really pushed around Aurora that much of late. It's not like we're getting players down secret and they're making them awkward. Because we had the round where they got into heaven, but that was a few ago now. Yeah, I think stick to outer. I mean, it hasn't gone badly for them. They keep getting the control. Don't think they need to do anything crazy.
It feels like outer's been consistent, but holding on the lobby while outer comes through, that's where potentially troubles have hit.
It's not an issue to lose it. You need to be cognizant of that. Take the round where they ended up, they wrapped heaven and then there were 2 in hut for Aurora. It's not a problem. I mean, hut's not a good position to fight from if you're kind of ready for it. So that for me is where it lies. It's just readjusting essentially, and obviously a big part of that is the communication from your lurker saying what can you hear, and someone having a good eye for the overview of the map. It's much easier for us to say when we have the mini-map and X-ray. Obviously, in the fog of war, you can lose track pretty fast of what's going on.
Back to it. Not a long delay there. Looking like this could be a faster A play. They're holding more presence in towards the lobby early and actually staying away from that initial outside fight. So, bit of a change up in that. 8 pop. That molly did not quite go as deep as Result was hoping. So Jota has cover. Now they're taking this outside control, so it's just a little bit delayed, but they're doing the same. There's no one down secret, so there's no information here for Aurora. They have been starved of that. Result drops down to try and adjust, to try and prep for this. Spot on Jota. He's just the usual lurker, so that's not a huge indicator. Here comes the hit. Here comes the pressure. Here comes the squeeze. Taking the long way around these outside players. They're going to get caught. No, never mind. They expect a second? They do not. So Kenzie's able to equalize. And this seems to have slowed Sangal down as they try and figure out what's actually going on here. Result 1 for 1.
Big
a follow-up. Now A is ripe for the picking.
Deco's nearby. He's closer than they might expect, but obviously with the AWP, he has to scope and give up a noise cue to take a fight. That bomb will get planted. Okay, Deco finds the first, there's a player in behind. Surely he doesn't expect it, and he does not.
Does Kenzie go for this? The smokes limit him initially, but he seems like he wants to give it a risk in the 1v2. LNC's position unknown. Youngster could have repositioned around towards Secret, and he doesn't fancy it. Sorry, Squeaky, rather, but he doesn't fancy it. He's just going to let this one slip off the clock, maybe get the exits, maybe keep them from getting any money out of this round. But the round itself, he cannot do. There's the duel, there's the fight. At least keeps one more rifle away from them. But it is going to be Sangal first to double digits. Into the lead here. They're not out of the woods just yet, but that was an important victory.
Quite an important save, actually, as well for Aurora. Their money is a bit on the brink, but yes. This kill from Sammy is the round. They, I'd say with reasonable certainty that Sangal's communication is a little bit flustered. It doesn't feel like to me like that, you normally have a flow chart of we see a player here, we guess where they are, we go. Not sure that's actually lining up perfectly at the moment. They keep committing into slightly bolstered bomb sites or a little bit hesitant, but clearly there, the entries were very good. Right, it's going to be ramped yet again. Deco's on location, but this time he's in a Molotov. He gets shredded. Big opener.
What can they do about Laura now? What can they do about Laura? Lackey's trying to do something, but he's just served himself up on a silver platter.
Sorry.
They might just be locked out of this. This might already be done.
There's no option, is there? I can't believe Norby's even down here because... I mean, what's the point, Mike? I mean, even if you take 2 guns away, you've got to think about your own gun rounds.
They seem to be of different minds. Rezal has no desire to get involved. Narvi and Kenzie are still giving this a look.
I mean, why even commit all these nades in here?
Yeah, actually, that was a little bit of a questionable one, but...
kills. I don't think Sangal should be taking individual fights at all at the moment.
No.
Let's get out, lads.
Now towards the ramp they go. And now it's just 2 rounds. It's just 2 rounds.
Yep, they're so close.
From the dub.
Aurora need to pause this too. They need to take their time and have... This is such a big gun round. They've kept Sangal's money low. It's not like this is irrecoverable. Okay, so no AWP for Deco this time. No pause is going to come out by the looks of it. This is the biggie for Sangal, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is a leap towards Pro League, not even a step. This is a huge leap if they can win this round.
A little bit slow getting out of spawn as they were fumbling some guns. One has been dealt with. Base outside. Kenzie to try and limit them. Maybe Deco can be called into support, but he's not got the AWP. It's going to be a tougher fight. And now he's gone. There is an AWP on the other side, as he's just learned. Now pressure on the ramp. Everything hinges on Lackey. Everything hinges on Lackey. He's done damage, but no kill. Decisions must be made. Burning in the fire is Kenzie. The bodies are falling away, and the cash might just be gone. Rezalt's down here, but he's kind of stuck. He might even be thinking he'd rather be out. Damage found. Rezalt, can he do this? About to run out of bullets in the magazine.
He's got bomb.
The need to finish it. Oh, but he's down for the count.
That was the moment.
Narvi alone. Can you find him on the timing? He can indeed. A 1v2 now with that bomb control. You're absolutely right, Alan. But he wants the element of surprise, so he's going to reposition. He's going to cede his control, at least initially. And with it, he's probably ceded the plant at that. How he makes his play. A more safe, a more secure plant. Sammy posted up, but the smoke fade might catch them off guard. He's second guessing. He's doubting himself. Molotov to isolate the one fight. But X-Flout is out. X-Flout is gone. Down to the clutch. Good flashbang on. Doesn't quite catch Sammy. Back post on the line. Norby with the peek, but Samey will collect one final kill, and that might have just been what puts them over the line.
It's so hectic, but they do it. There it is. 3 chances. And what a tournament it can be. I mean, we've covered a lot of these now. It's rarely the favourites that win these events. Who's gone? We lost Apex in the group stage. We lost into playoffs early rounds. Monty are out. Sora out. 3D Max are out. And we're about to lose another big name, Aurora. They're surely the highest ranked team remaining in this tournament. At least since Monty dipped out. The big names have not hit home. Of course, Movistar, they're one of the bigger names. They've already secured their spot, but at the rate we're going, it's going to be Sinners or Sangal into Pro League. They're so close, man. And they deserve it so much. They played better Counter-Strike. They've been the better team. Even on this map, where some individuals like Result have tried to hold Aurora in this series. Sangal will not be denied.
Oh. And the man who put away the last, he's going to open up this. And bit by bit, the pieces are falling. Result, man, he's been the monster, but this time he can do nothing. It's panic from Aurora. Just trying to force the issue, trying to find some sort of a hero play. And they are powerless. Unable to change their fate whatsoever. Lackey will be the next to step up. But it'll be much the same. Just one man now stands between Sangal and that consolidation final. Stands between Sangal and the next step towards the Pro League. And now he's tagged up. He's dropped on down. Sangal are through. The triumph into the upset over Aurora. And they are one step from the ESL Pro League.
They've done this such the hard way, man. I can't believe this. They come through as a low seed. They beat 9 Pandas. Should have been them. They beat Saw, another team I forgot to mention there, that is absolutely in the conversation.